guys, Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and today I'm in with Claire and we are going to do, you can just wrap in your hands, and we are going to do a nice and beautiful wedding design because she is getting married. When is the wedding?
Saturday.
Saturday, oh lovely. For the natural nails I'm going to use a 180 grit and we are going to shape them nice square shape. So straight, this one is the longest one and we need to take them down to the slant. And I will show you guys how I'm doing the Babybomer on top of the natural nails. And also how to mix, sorry guys, I'm just covered with ball paints, probably wouldn't come off. And I will show you how to mix the base color for your Babybomer so it looks really, really nice as well, okay? Because some ladies got a really nice nail beds, but not everyone will have a nice color of the nail bed. And I show you how to fix it. Really beautiful natural nails. And we will do also a beautiful design as well with some freehand painting and the gems as well. Okay, so just file it. I've got a cable from the charger connected to my phone. You don't want to see me how funny position I'm working right now. Yeah, it's a bit uncomfy, but hey ho, we are recording the video. So yeah. Yes, so I'm just doing exactly the same on the other hand. Your nails feel so strong.
Oh, really? I used to bite them, like, up until about 10 years ago.
Can you believe I used to bite my nails as well?
Really?
Like, really badly. I used to bite them so bad. And then, as a little girl, I have, maybe not a little teenager girl, I would say, I have managed to grow my index finger. And it was so nice that it made me stop biting them. And then since then I was having them always painted and then I become the nail technician.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when we shaping the natural nails, I'm trying to always save as much length as possible. You can see it, guys, on this nail, like it looks like it's much shorter, but when we cover it, it's not going to look as bad, and I really don't want to file it anymore, because otherwise I will have to shorten all the rest of the nails as well, and we don't want that. We want to keep as much length as possible. When preparing the nails for a gel polish, like, make sure you do really remove any bits and pieces which might be underneath of the nail, like, because they might become catchy and they will peel the product off from the natural nails. So you really want to make sure you've got that all removed. Okay, so we have shaped the free edge, push back the cuticles, and there is no cuticles. Wow. How are you doing it? Do you apply cuticle oil?
Oh, no, your daughter just did it.
Ah, okay. But in general, you have no cuticle to remove.
I don't really do anything with them, to be honest.
Okay, lucky you. Like, really lucky you. Even if there is no cuticle, I'm just going to give it a couple scratches around the cuticle area, just so all the product lasts better. You guys asked me also on what speeds I'm working, so now I'm on the 12 on my K38. I will show you that as well. So for cuticle work I'm usually in 12, and Oh, I just moved it to 13. So for cuticle work, I'm usually around 12. And then for removing the product, anything from 16 up to the 18, there is no need of a bigger speed. So that's my cuticle area sorted. Blue scrap to dehydrate the nails before we start taking the shine off from the natural nail plate, just because we don't want to bring the shine into the scratches which we have created. And I'm using the buffer, which is 100 by 180 grit, absolutely perfect for a gel polish. Do the same with the free edge. Okay, just scratch it gently. So basically we're just removing the shine from the nail, like and any oils, any dirt which might be on the nail plate before we apply the color. How long did it take you to choose the dress? Because that's always the biggest dilemma, isn't it?
It was the second one I tried on.
Oh, well done
Yeah,
you.
Yeah. I did try on some after that, but no, I went back to the second one.
I think I was on my third. I wasn't too like fussy either, like, you know, I didn't spend ages, but gosh, I have seen here some girls like trying on tons of them.
Some people are on their third dress, like just they've bought another dress just because of lockdown and things like that.
Yes, and some of the dresses
changed their
didn't
mind
feel.
by the time the weddings come.
Now here on the nail, I've got a wee ridge. You have to be very careful to don't overfile it, because it might split. That's probably this nail is a bit shorter than the rest. So I'm just removing the split. If you would leave the split on the nail plate, it will pull the gel polish. Remove the dust, and then we can dehydrate again. So just get rid of the dust, dehydrate again, and then apply the base gel. Okay, so I'm just dehydrating again. Extra nail dehydrator. And that's just a new prep bottle, the blue one. It dehydrates the nails as well. I will actually move that out and here, so we're more in focus. There we are. And then the base gel. The base gel for a Babybomer, I'm using, not only for a Babybomer, but in most cases for a Babybomer, I'm using the sponge technique. So a small drop of the base on top of the natural nails. And then using the gel sponge, we are going to wrap this into the nail plate. Make sure you cap the free edge with it as well. Perfect, inside the lamp. And same on this hand. I love those style nails, like, you know, Babyboomers and a wee design on the ring finger. Always looks so beautiful. Once we have completed that, I've got kind of like a see-through gel polish, and I'm going to add a drop of the Sweet Side. That's 155 color. So we are going to add the drop. It's like a very nudie pale pink into a see-through color. So just a drop. I already put some drop in there, but I'm just going to mix it on front of the video. Oh, come on. It's too popular color. I like it too much. Okay, it's almost at the end, so I'm just dipping in the brush and I'm putting this color inside the bottle. Make sure you use first of all, the same brand. So I'm using the Nail Perfect color, and it is a soak off gel polish which has inhibition layer. You could also mix it with the soak off top gel. That would work absolutely fantastic as well. So soak off top gel, ideally if you've got it at the end, then add the drop of like a nudie pink color to have a really nice base for your Babybomer, even for a French. Look guys, like it's going to be like a see-through pink, really beautiful, which will just make the nail bed look really nice and healthy. Okay, so my nails are cured, and because we are going to buff for Babybomer, I don't need to apply any more base gel in here. That is plenty, because we will have the top coat which will protect our nail in case if we want to file the product off. So nice and thin layer of this color, and you can see it is hardly, like, it's still see-through, so just perfect for the French manicure. Or a Babyboomer, and that's what we are doing today. It just gives those healthy glow to the nail beds. And it will also help us with the blending of the Babyboomer as well. Perfect change. Like when the base is applied so thin with the sponge, I find it like the product lasts really great. But if I wouldn't be doing the Babyboomer, I would apply another thin layer of the base, but not with the sponge, just normal. So the sponge application is an extra one, unless we want to soak it off. Change. Now the top coat High Shine No Wipe Top Gel, because we need to buff those nails. So I need to apply a layer of the top coat. Perfect change. And the gel polish cures in 30 seconds in an LED light. See, on this neon we've got those wee bits and pieces on this one as well, which I was talking about. So if you keep something like this on the nails, they are going to chip at the free edge. It is not so important at this stage, just because we need to buff them for a Babyboomer, and I'm always buffing from underneath as well. Perfect change. But if your color would go straight on top of it, it will pull the product. Okay, so now I'm just preparing the nail for a Babyboomer application. You're really just removing the shine again. I'm actually perfecting the shape as well. I've got a bits and pieces of the natural nail, so remove that too. And after this stage, I'm done with all my buffing and the filing. So if it's necessary, I'm going to do a little bit of the cuticle work as well, just before we start painting the Babyboomer and the design. I also blend the product a little bit around the cuticle area as well, because we don't want to have too many layers. For Babybomer, I'm going to use the sponge and a paint on French gel. So the paint on French gel. And a drop of it. And then the sponge. You have to keep the sponge on the form, like, so you can easily remove any bits and pieces of the fluff. Otherwise, the Babybomer will look really messy. And then start blending. We want to go pretty high up, like I don't want to have a short Babybomer. I think it just makes the nails look much longer and much nicer when it's done quite high up. I'm protecting the lady nail folds from the product going on them. And also it is at the angle of the sponge I'm using as well. Perfect inside. Okay, same on this hand. And the other. Perfect, change. The second layer, I'm start pigmenting a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just and now we start pigmenting it more. So before I was using more kind of brush on, and now I'm dabbing on. So dab, dab, change. And the same on this hand. Perfect, change. You can do also the third layer, and the third layer would be just at the end, where you would hardly smudge it. You want to keep this pigmented free edge. Okay, so I'm not going as high anymore, because we want the free edge to be nicely pigmented. Perfect, change. and the thumb. Awesome, change. The last one is you've got some product on the sponge, and what you can do is just touch up like very gently to finish off your blending. Change. So this is just really to perfect it. And now it's a time for a simple design. Change your hands. So we are going to go for a little kind of leaves with some crystals around the cuticle area. I'm going to use the D-liner brush, so, and paint on French gel. So just indicating where my design is going to be. And now going to paint those wee leaves. Okay, and then once you're happy, cure it. So indicate where the design is going to be. And then I'm going to add those wee tiny leaves. Of course, for a wedding designs, caviar beads is a must-have. Change. To secure the crystals, we are going to use the drop of the base gel. So I'm just taking the base gel. And now we are going to place copper crystals in there. Once we place the crystals, we can cook it and do exactly the same on the other hand. So I've got slightly larger crystal in the middle and then a bit smaller ones on the sides. Perfect, change. And then the caviar beads. So for caviar beads, again, base gel. They do really finish off the design and make it look more elegant. Change. I'm only placing couple and then flash cure it. Awesome, change. Yes, they are fiddly, but they look so pretty. Change. Change. And then once you're happy with them, just apply the top coat and that's the design finish. So high shine no wipe top gel. Come the free edge. On the places where you've got the gems, you don't want to put the top coat over them because they will lose their cuts. So I'm always applying it around the gems. Because there is hardly any room on top of the cuticle, like where the cuticles are, I have used the small brush and then the normal top coat brush for the rest of the nail. Again, cut the free edge and change the hands. Trying to build up the snail a little bit to kind of extend it with the top coat. Change. But then if you apply more top coat, you have to change the hands, like to freeze the product for a second, change again. And the other hand didn't finish curing yet, so that's why I have swapped it. Again, a drop of the top coat, just around the cuticle area, not on the crystals. And the thumb, and I show you the final results just before we take a nice thumbnail picture. Change. Okay, so this hand is ready. Wait a couple seconds before touching the top coat so it doesn't lose its shine. And basically that usually gives me a couple seconds to start tidying up. And then we can clean it. That's so delicate. And then apply the cuticle oil, and that's our today's design finish. I hope, guys, you have really enjoyed watching it. If you did, let me know down in the comments below. Sending you glittery hugs, and bye for now.